Welcome to RoosterTV, and today we're joined by one of our young stars, Olekalns. Maris, thanks for joining us.
No worries, Tubbs. Always like doing it.
Beautiful. Good to hear. Okay, I obviously had a bye on the weekend. Just talk us through last week's training first, with a lot of cold and wet weather around, and then what you got up to on the weekend.
Last week was cold and wet, and it wasn't that nice to train with not having the game on the weekend. But yeah, it was a good week on the track, I think. And then hopefully this week it'll be the same. We're going up to AFL Max, and Benny Jarman, who works there, is giving us a show around, so we'll go on the rock climb, and hopefully Curry lets us do that. But and then on the weekend, just had a quiet one, and just refreshed a bit. Yeah, it was good.
Getting ready for the big game this week.
Yeah.
It's good to hear. Yeah, off to AFL Max. So Benny Jarman is going to show us around. It's an indoor centre, so it'd be nice to see the new facilities down there.
Yeah, well, I don't even know what it is. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah,
it's near the airport, mate. So yeah. we'll send the details out on Facebook. But moving on, a couple of weeks ago against Glenelg, we had a draw, which was a bit of a different feeling, I guess, at the end of the game. Your thoughts on that game before we move on to this week?
Well, it was 4 goals 15 apiece, which it was a bit weird because it was actually a pretty nice day for footy. I think we defended pretty well. I think that's why it was such a low score. Glenelg have obviously got best defence in the league this year, but I thought, we did pretty well to stop that. Jackie Keller on Curran kept him to, his probably lowest possession count for the year, which is pretty good for Jakey. But I thought we were pretty good. It's just a bit flat after the game, obviously. Probably prefer to win, but the draw's a draw. It is what it is, I guess.
Take the point and move on. But and some other guys that are some younger guys that have come into the team in recent weeks, and Frankie Zeckley's in good form, and Lee Minaveni's been playing a good role. Your thoughts on those two at the moment?
I reckon Frankie's probably been our best player over the last month, just about. I reckon that Nord game he played really well. I think he kicked 2 or 3. Probably was one of the only blokes who really played well that game. And then Minners has just sort of he's been a bit of a spark down there in the forward line. His speed's really good, and he's a good guy to be around. So they're both coming well, done pretty well, which is good for them.
Yep. And on to this week, mate. We trekked down South Road to Noarlunga.
Yeah,
the best trip in the sample. So we head down there on Sunday to make it even better. So your thoughts on them as a team? They're a very accomplished team. Very they're settled, and they've got a senior group that get the job done most weeks. Yeah. How do you expect us to get the chocolates this week?
Hopefully do what we did to them in the finals last year, and just play our style of footy. I think this year they've been okay. Probably a little bit of a down year like we've had, so we're sort of best, well above us on the ladder still, but I think we can probably give it to them. I think we've sort of been building all year. It's been obviously a pretty disappointing year for the club, and hopefully we can get a win the last couple of weeks and drag ourselves off the bottom of the ladder, which would be good.
Yep, and one guy that'll probably put his hand up for selection this week, and Sam McInerney, who's been back for a couple of weeks now after a horror run with his groin, so it'd be good to get him back in the team if selected. Yeah,
for sure. I think everyone would love to see Smack, at least get 1 or 2 games to finish the year, and I think around the club Smack's loved and respect, and his big, he always gets down himself with his big 45 runs, and he works really hard. So I think Cara will be looking to get him in.
And yourself, mate, we've had quite a few milestones in recent weeks, and you're heading towards 50, which is a good result. Obviously, we've had big Mitch Harvey and Alex Spender played the 100th recently, and Benny Jarman with his 50th last week. Just a quick rundown for the fans out there. Your pathway through to the 50 games from the local club through.
So I started at Broadies, was there until I think under 14 or 13s or 14s, and then came to the junior ranks at North Adelaide. Played a bit of school footy, and then I think Curry's first year, I think that was my first year of league, and I remember him when we first had our meeting here. He asked me if I was a good runner, and I sort of thought to myself, it could be a long few years here, but I kept a straight face. Said, I'll give it a crack. But I think, it's been good getting Curry on board, and he's sort of seen that and do a few other things, which has been good. Yeah.
Yeah, the running's a bit of hard work for Maris. Pre-season, but lucky for him that Curry doesn't pull too many time trials. So I think that's what he enjoys the most.
Yeah.
But on to this weekend, obviously, as we mentioned, going down to South Adelaide. Big game for both the reserves and the league. 2:10 start for the league, 11:30 for the reserves. Hope to see a lot of red and white down there, and we come home with a win. Thank you.